sex determination. This sex determination is a process where the gender of the offspring is being determined by the fusion of gametes. Normally in plants, there are no difference in autosomes, allosomes. There are no sex chromosomes in the plants. Plants have some genomes which are interfering with the environmental conditions and they will produce male and female flowers. That's all. But coming to here, in animals, there are some separate chromosomes which are responsible for gender or sex of the new individual. The chromosomes which are responsible for this determination of gender of offspring are called as sex chromosomes or allosomes. You know, two types of chromosomes are present in animals, which are autosomes, allosomes. What are autosomes? Autosomes are those which are not involving in determination of sex of the offspring. Autosomes, they do not involve in determination of the sex of offspring. They are autosomes. Allosomes are those which are involving in determination of sex of the offspring. Suppose in human beings, sex of the offspring are determined by X chromosome and Y chromosome. You know, females have X chromosome and males have X and Y chromosomes. Okay? Here, the sexually reproducing organisms may be unisexual or bisexual organisms. Sexually reproducing organisms may be unisexual or bisexual. Unisexual means they will produce only one kind of gametes, or bisexual means which is producing two kinds of gametes. Now from this, here unisexual individuals, unisexual organisms have male and female reproductive parts on separate individuals. That means male and female gonads on separate members. Separate members of same species. Whereas bisexual organisms or bisexual individuals have both gonads, male and female gonads on same member. A single member has both male and female gonads. Then it is called as bisexual gonad or bisexual organism. Here the gonads produce gametes. Yes or no? Gonads are responsible, gonads which are a part of reproductive system, they are responsible for the formation of gametes and they are also responsible for formation of primary sexual characters. Gonads are responsible for release of gametes and development of primary sexual characters. So the gonads, which are two types of gonads, are there in male and female reproductive systems. So suppose in animals there are ovaries and testes, which are gonads present in male and female individuals. Male individuals have testes and female individuals have ovaries as a part of reproductive system. They are responsible for male and female gametes along with this primary sexual characters. Here, the development of gonads in body. gonads in body is called sex determination of an individual. Sex determination is development of gonads in the body. Even primary sexual characters also develop, whereas development of secondary sexual characters. Primary sexual characters means that is gonads only. Secondary sexual characters in the body is called sex differentiation. Sex determination means formation of gonads in the body. Formation of gonads in the body. Which type of gonads are formed? Okay. Suppose if you see some animals have bisexual. That means both male and female gonads are present within a same member or a single member of a species. Then it is said to be a bisexual organism, which is also called as hermaphrodite of animals. But some organisms have either male or female gonad only. If male gonad is only present, then that individual is a male organism, like that female. So this male and female gonads are present on separate members on same species, means that is what we call this unisexual individual. That development or formation of gonads in the body of an individual is called as sex determination. Okay, this sex determination is majorly based on chromosomes. For this sex determination, it is based on the chromosomal basis. Chromosomal basis of sex determination. Okay, according to this, chromosomes determine the sex of individual. Sex or gender of individual is determined by the chromosomes. Here it was first observed by a scientist named Henking. Henking was a scientist, H. Henking, while studying spermatogenesis. Spermatogenesis
squash bug was an insect. In that, during spermatogenesis, he found, okay, that squash bug is called Phyrochoris. Phyrochoris was a squash bug. In that squash bug, during the study of spermatogenesis, he found that chromosomes are responsible for sex determination. Note on these points, then we will continue about that chromosomal basis. Complete? Yeah, that only I told you. What is the difference? If gonads are developed in the body, then it is called as sex determination and the formation of secondary sexual characters. Primary sexual characters means the presence of gonads and reproductive parts. Secondary sexual characters means the development of, like in males, there is formation of development of beard, mustache, like that. Whereas in females, there is a development of mammary glands, like that. Mammary glands development in females. That is secondary sexual character. That is secondary sexual characters are developed means that is called as sexual differentiation. Yeah, complete. Thank you. Then the next, while he studying the spermatogenesis, he found that Henking, half of the chromosome is present. Half of the gametes. See here, what we studied on squash bug, which is called as Pyrochoris. In that, during spermatogenesis, he observed that half of gametes means 50% of gametes contain an extra chromosome. 50% of gametes have similar only autosomes. Here, 50% of gametes have this one extra chromosome. Okay, and he called that as X body. That extra chromosome is present here. That extra chromosome was named as X body. Okay, here according to this, 50% of sperms have X body and remaining sperms don't have it. 50% of chromosomes have X body, remaining 50% of chromosomes do not have any X body, like that he observed. Then only he named it as X chromosome. But he didn't explain what is
X chromosome, what is its function, like that it was not explained by that. Later, another scientist called McClung was a scientist. He observed during gametogenesis in grasshopper. During gametogenesis, where gamete formation is taking place in grasshoppers. In grasshoppers, he observed that X body involves in sex determination whether the grasshopper may become male or female. That was determined and studied by McClung during gametogenesis in grasshopper. Okay. Later, another scientist, that means X body or X chromosome was first observed by Henking. Then later, Stevens and Wilson, they observed Y chromosome in mealworm. They observed Y chromosome Y chromosome was observed by mealworm. Y chromosome as sex determining one in a worm insect called mealworm. Worm means not insect, I think. Yeah. Arthropods are insect, right? Yeah, this is not insect. In mealworm, he found that there is Y chromosome. Okay? Here, now X chromosome and Y chromosome, they have relation with sex chromosome or sex determination. So, the chromosomes are divided to two types later. Chromosomes have relation in sex determination. The chromosomes which have relation in determining a sex are called sex chromosomes, which are named as allosomes. Chromosomes which are involving in determining of a sex of an individual are called as allosomes, which are also called as sex chromosomes later. Okay, these allosomes may be similar or may not be similar. These allosomes may be similar. Similar means suppose in females both allosomes are similar, or dissimilar. Dissimilar means two allosomes are separate, like XY. Okay, so based on these pair of allosomes, usually a pair of allosomes are present. A pair of allosomes are present in an individual. Remaining are what? Autosomes. That means chromosomes which do not involve in sex determination. The chromosomes which do not involve in sex determination are called what? Autosomes. So these autosomes are responsible for vegetative characters. Vegetative characters means physical characters, not sexual characters. Sexual characters are coming from the allosomes. Okay, note down this. Then we'll see how allosomes are different. Okay, copy these points, then we'll see. Yeah, don't trouble. Okay. Explain last point. Chromosomes which are not involving in sex determination. That means in humans only X chromosome and Y chromosomes are there. Females have X and X chromosomes which are responsible for female characters. and X and Y chromosomes are there means that will give male character. That is one pair. Total 43 pairs are there. One pair is like that. Remaining 22 pairs. Remaining 22 pairs do not involving in any function of the sexual character. So that 22 pairs of chromosomes which are different from one set to another set. One individual may have one set of allosomes. Usually, majority of organisms have a pair of allosomes or a single allosome. We will see some examples, then you can understand. Autosome number is also different from one individual to another individual based on the total number of chromosomes. We have 23 pairs, but some organisms may have one or two pairs like that. That is entirely different. Okay, complete? Question? Yeah. Yes, yes. Then see that allosome. If each cell have, but that expression of the characters is sexual character. Each cell has autosomes, allosomes both, but the expression of character is taking place in both only gonads, reproductive system development. See here, now if allosomes are similar, if allosomes are similar means like XX or any other thing, then all gametes are of same type. They will produce only one type of gametes. They will produce only one type of gametes. That type of organisms are called as homogametic sex. Homogametic individuals, that process is called as homogametic sex. And if allosomes are dissimilar, dissimilar means two different chromosomes are present, then there is formation of two different kinds of gametes will be produced. Two different gametes are produced. Gametes are of different types. These type of organisms are called as heterogametic sexes. Different gametes are produced, so they are called heterogametic sexes. Okay, see some examples. Now methods of the sex determination. Then that methods of sex determination. Chromosomal basis I told na, sex determination on chromosome number, based on the number of chromosomes, based on the number of allosomes or autosomes. Majorly autosomes are not responsible for sex determination, but an organism may have different autosome number from one species to another species, and the allosomes which are present on one organism, in one organism, that is responsible for sex determination. See first one. In sex determination, one point you need to remember, wherever you write, you have to write female karyotype first. XX-X0 method of sex determination. First one, XX-X0 method of sex determination. Okay, this sex determination is reported in, this method of sex determination is seen in grasshoppers. Very important, Very important. I am saying grasshopper because there are four methods: x, x0, z0, zz, xx, xy, zw, zz. Four methods are there. We will discuss now. Which method is seen in which organism? This is seen in grasshoppers. Okay? Grasshoppers and cockroaches also. Large number of insects. And this was reported by McClung only, I told you previously. McClung, he observed in grasshopper X body. Okay? Here, according to this, in this female members are there are homogametic with karyotype is with karyotype means the total set of chromosomes XX. What is A here? One set of allosomes, another set of allosomes. Two sets of allosomes means diploid sets, we can say. And males are heterogametic with a karyotype AX0. Only one X chromosome is present in male, second X chromosome is absent. Okay, understand? Now, according to this, all ovum during gamete formation, what happens? XX is there means one set of autosomes and one set of allosomes will be taken into gametes. So all ova produced, ovum means single, all ova produced by females have AX karyotype. AX karyotype is present and 50% of sperms have AX karyotype and remaining 50% have A0 karyotype. A0 chromosomes are there. Now, see here, I will tell you clearly one example. First, I think the top you complete. This, can I erase here? Yeah, thank you. So, what is the female? Females have a karyotype AAXX. During gamete formation, what will happen to gamete? One autosome set with one X chromosome will be taken into one gamete formation. Like that, here another set of gametes will be formed like this. So four haploid gametes are formed. Each gamete has, each ova has one set of autosomes and one X chromosome. Okay. Now, males have AAX0 karyotype. As males have AAX0, second X chromosome is absent. So what happens? This is differentiating, dividing into AA, and here only X, second set 0. No, 50% sperm have this X chromosome, which is AX. Remaining 50% of chromosomes, there is no 0. There is no second X chromosome, means they have 0. Okay. Now, the gametes which are produced by female, that means ovum, are of homogametic. These are heterogametic. Two different gametes are there. Now, when fertilization takes place, the gender of the new offspring is determining based on the fertilizing sperm. Suppose both all ova has AX karyotype. If AX karyotype is combining with this sperm means, then the resulting will be AAXX. AAXX means female. New individual will become female. Otherwise, AX ovum is combining with A0 means this remaining sperms do not have second chromosome. So what happens? AAX0 will come. AAX0 karyotype means male. So the sex of offspring is based on fertilizing sperm. Which sperm is fertilizing? If this sperm fertilizes with this, I will explain once more. Don't worry. Here all ova are producing same kind of ovum. That means AX ovum, because both are similar. Same kind of gametes are there. Otherwise, the same. What is the number of heterozygotes or number of gametes? Number of gametes is equal to 2 power n formula, right? 2 power n means number of heterozygotes. Here both are homozygous condition. Homozygous means 2 power 0. So 2 will come. Sorry, 2 power 0 means 1. Only one kind of gamete will be produced. 2 power 0 means 1. One kind of gamete will be produced. Okay. But coming to here, AAX0 is there. Heterozygous condition is 1. So 1 means 2 power n means 2 different gametes are forming. One gamete has AX karyotype, another gamete has A0. AAX0 is the karyotype. Now one X chromosome is taken into some of the sperms. That will become AX. Remaining sperms will not get second chromosome or X chromosome, so they will become A0. So two different types of sperms are possible. So if this sperm is combining with this ovum, AAXX will form AAXX. That AAXX new individual will become female. Offspring will become female. If this sperm A0 is combining with the ovum means this AAX0 will become male. That means karyotype means a total information regarding the chromosome inside a nucleus. Total information of nucleus. Chromosome sex, ploidy number, total number of chromosomes, everything. Karyotype. Okay. Now ovum is not involving in the determination of the sex, because two different gametes are produced by male individual, so it is responsible for the determination of the offspring sex. Sex of the offspring is determined by the fertilizing sperm. Then second method, Z0 ZZ method. Z0 ZZ method is seen in butterflies and moths. It is seen in butterflies and moths. Okay. Here female is heterogametic. Two different gametes are produced by female with AAZ0. Z0 karyotype, chromosome complements. Male is homogametic with ZZ karyotype. That means males are producing similar kinds of the gametes. Females are producing different kinds of the gametes. So, sex of offspring determined, that means based by fertilizing egg. Fertilizing egg. That means two kinds of eggs are produced. AZ is one egg, A0 is one egg. But sperms all are same type, AZ type. As AZ type is there, only one kind of gamete is produced here, but two different kinds of gametes are produced by females. So that which ovum AZ is fertilizing with this ovum means, then it will become male. A0 is fertilizing with this ovum means, A0 ovum fertilizes with AZ sperm means, then it will become female individual. That is the second method of sex determination. Okay, next. Can I erase this? Yeah, okay. Next method. That is based on the number of chromosomes. Next. Based on nature of chromosomes. In butterflies and moths, females have single allosome and males have two allosomes. Whereas that cockroaches and grasshoppers, females have two allosomes, males have one allosome. That is number of chromosomes. Second one is based on nature of chromosomes, which is XX, XY method is one example. XX and XY method, which is seen in humans, Drosophila, melanogaster, fruit fly, etc. Drosophila also, Drosophila melanogaster, which is fruit fly, etc. In this method, females are homogametic. Homogametic means they have AA, Suppose humans means humans have 44 autosomes and a pair of allosomes. Males are heterogametic. Which have AAXY karyotype, 44 autosomes and XY chromosome. Okay. Then this all ova have AX karyotype. All ova are similar. That means in humans it is 22X. This is I am taking examples on humans, but 50% of sperms have AX, which are 22X, and 50% have AY. That means 22 autosomes and Y chromosome karyotype. Twenty-two autosomes that will be dividing into haploid set during gamete formation. So 22 plus X is taken for 50% of gametes, then 50% of gametes have Y chromosome. Okay, like that, and remaining 50. So because two types of sperms are there, so the gender or sex of offspring is based on fertilizing sperm. Fertilizing sperm. Okay, if a sperm with Y chromosome is fusing with ovum means, which ovum? This is ovum. Sperm with Y chromosome is fertilizing with a ovum means, then 22X plus 22Y, 44XY, new individual will be male. Okay, yeah. If 22X sperm is fusing with a ovum which has a 22X, then the resulting will be 44XX. That will be female child. Okay, that means the gender of new offspring is based on sperm only, that is from males, not on females. But in many countries, the women are being blamed for giving birth to female children. Many people they blame that when a woman gives birth to female child, many people in many countries, India it is very more. Many people they will blame female persons, why you gave birth to female child like that. On birth they need male children, but it is based on men only, because men only producing two different kinds of gametes. So whether the new child will be male or female, that is not on side of the woman. It is in the side of men only. Okay. So we educated people have to make awareness among the people regarding this type of determination of gender. Okay. In humans on X, sorry, not on X chromosome, on Y chromosome, there is a presence of a gene called as SRY gene that is responsible for maleness. Maleness of male children, which is in human, there is presence of SRY gene, which is located on Y chromosome, that is responsible for the development of maleness. Okay. Next, second type completed. ZWZZ method. ZWZZ method. ZWZZ method is seen in birds. In birds like chicks, hens, birds and reptiles. Okay. According to this, females are heterogametic. Females are heterogametic, which have AAZW type of chromosome, whereas males are homogametic. Homogametic, which have AAZZ type. So females are producing two different kinds of gametes. 50% of ovum has AZ, Okay, remaining 50% has AW karyotype. But coming to males of these reptiles and birds, all sperms have same type of karyotype. That means here gametes, AW, ova. But sperms all a single type which have AZ. Now, according to this, the fertilizing ovum determines sex of offspring. The sex of offspring is determined by the fertilizing ovum. This point, in humans on Y chromosome, there is presence of a gene which is called as SRY gene. That SRY gene is responsible for the development of male gonads and male reproductive system. Male gonads and male reproductive systems is responsible by the SRY gene which is present on this Y chromosome in males of humans only, especially. Okay? So, fertilizing ovum determines sex of the offspring. Okay, this is about sex determination, and it is enough for today.